Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Now, today we paint. Yeah, even though it was a beautiful morning and weather's great, I think I should spend a couple hours here. We're ready to go. I got to just drag my paint booth back. I can't remember why I shoved it away. I had everything all basically set up here yesterday. Well, I guess I had a good reason for it. Maybe because I wanted to have a place to put my tomato. So why do I have a tomato on the table? Well, it was over there and sort of on the windowsill, a little table sitting in front of the window. And it was sort of sunning itself. Yeah, it's red now. It was green about 5-6 days ago when Merv brought it over. And you know Merv from Merv's flag. You know, we were going to go and take a look at that flag, and we never did. Yeah. Well, there's no use looking at it when there's no wind. But maybe if I think of it sometime, we'll go over and take a look at that flag. If you remember last winter, he came over and he stood in my kitchen and he held it out, and how big it looked. Yeah, well, anyway, enough about the flag. Sunrise this morning was very plain, as you're seeing. Clear sky, no clouds. When I first got up this morning, and I've been up since around 5, I looked in my surveillance monitor and I could see a star quite bright over top of the bridge. I don't know what star that is, but maybe it was the North Star or something was really bright. Or it could be a couple of stars close together. I don't know. The definition in the surveillance camera is not all that great when it comes to stargazing. Anyway, we are going to be spraying, I guess probably, I've been trying to decide now, some of this really fine stuff I'm thinking might actually look better if it was the darker 77. I was thinking, first of all, maybe the 66, but you know, maybe like these, they might actually look better really dark, so they'll contrast out. And the same thing with these little guys here. Okay, I think they might look good in the 77. Now some of this other stuff, for instance these, I want to match the superstructure that's already there, which is the 19. And the same thing with the splinter rails on these gun platforms. Now, as for these things here, I think somebody was suggesting that they could be painted white. You know, that reminds me, I got two different viewers sent me some very good photos of these boats, and remind me to dub them in later. It doesn't work that way, does it? Okay, I'll try and remember to dub those photos in. I do have them, and thanks for sending them. I can't remember who it was now, but anyway, it's appreciated. You know, it could be that these would also look good. These are the mounts that go underneath underneath these boats. It could be they'll look good dark as well in contrast against the, I don't know, or maybe not. Anyway, it could be that there's not going to be a whole lot that I want to paint the 66. Well, yeah, I think that these would look better being the 66. So maybe these could also be the 66. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that they contrast. I don't want everything to 19, and even though that makes the most sense, you know, from an anti-visible aspect, in other words, camouflage, it would be best if they were all the 19, but at least that's my opinion. I don't know. It could be that's quite light and it would actually make the ship show up, but I kind of doubt it. Um, okay, what else do we want to talk about here? Did I tell you why there's a tomato on the table? I was watching Jason in his I think he calls it his roundup or something like that. Anyway, he took us out into his garden, and in here he's got some tomatoes on the vine. Yeah, so I thought, hey, yeah, I've got a tomato. So that's why I've got a tomato on the table here. Let's get at it. I'm looking for any excuse not to have to spray. Let's get at it. Okay, we'll see how this is going to work here. My intent is to spray with my left hand. I'm sort of more right-handed than left-handed, but the idea is so that when I'm holding this with my right hand, the camera was going to be able to see it. I think that should work. And we're going to do the 19 first, then we'll do a color change, and we'll go to the 77, which I have also shaken up. Okay, so let's try not to get too many of the chunks back up to the surface now. Hopefully they'll have settled to the bottom, but the pigment will still be suspended. At least that's the plan. I got my windows open, as you can hear. And then we'll do a color change. Probably won't do the color change on camera here. And my air pressure is, where are we here? Looks like about 18, I think. Where is it? Probably about 16, 17. We'll see how that is. I might have to increase it. This is the one that was thinned and frozen, if you remember. I still haven't got new paint. I'm so pathetic. Okay. Now this shouldn't take a lot. So I'm trying not to let the pipette go right to the bottom here. Okay, that should be enough. Somehow it doesn't look thin enough. I seem to say that every time, don't I? Okay, get this out of the way. Are we ready to go here? Are we ready to go? Now let's give it a try and see here. Let's get the fan going. I think that's going to work. All right, we'll get you moved over here. Now on these ones I just want to do the splinter rails. Okay, wait for the compressor to stop here. And what I'm going to do now is just do a color change. Let me zoom you back out here. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that on camera. I do the back flushing method when I'm just doing a color change. So I just want to get at it and be able to concentrate on what I'm doing here and not have to worry about the camera. So I'm just going to shut everything down here. Okay, I have done the color change. I have the 77 in here now. Let's get our fan going. Well, I think I got most of it. Yeah, I think I got most of it. Okay, we'll let those dry and then we'll have a nice close look. And in the event I decide that I don't like these the 77, I can always repaint them with the 66. But I think they're going to look okay. You know, there's the old saying, goes something to the effect of, hindsight is always clearer than foresight. And what I should have done, just let me move in a bit here. Okay, what I should have done is put these on rotating blocks, because all I wanted to do was just paint the outside of the hull. I didn't want to paint the inside, so I didn't really need them on tweezers, so I could turn them any old way at all. So that was a bit of an awkward mistake, but we got through it. Okay, we're done with the painting, at least for this particular step, as near as I can tell. Now, what's the matter with you, Ron? You're not done painting. You got to do the inside of the boats. Okay, we got to do the planking on the platforms. We got to do the rudders, the 19, and I think what I'm going to do with the rudders is I'm going to hold them up here by the tiller with the self-locking tweezer, paint them with the brush, and then after they're glued onto the back of the boat here, then I will paint the tiller, which I might paint it a different color than the rest of it. Because the rudder is supposed to match that. In other words, 19. But the tiller, I think if I was to paint it the 77, so it would, sort of stand out. As I'm sitting here doing the final edit right now, I'm realizing that I almost forgot again to insert the photos of these boats. And I'm pretty sure that the photographs we're looking at here are of this same boat, more or less. Jeff, you're the expert on this. What do you think? Do you think that these photographs are from the 1940s, or would they be later? I think, as you mentioned in your comments, there were probably different variants of the same boat. Anyway, look at the thermometer. It's 35. It just went up to 35 degrees. Now, that's on the shady side of the house. It's a beautiful day out there. It's supposed to be we had a heat warning actually in our weather channel. Okay, I'm going to call it quits for this afternoon. I mean, for this morning. And thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.